Hey guys, Darren Miles with Darren Miles Photography, and I'm based here in beautiful, sunny Southwest Florida. And this is my fifth in my 50/50 tips and tricks series. And what do I mean by that? Well, chances are pretty good that 50% of the people probably are already aware of this, but 50% of the people probably aren't. And today's tip is illuminating pools for stunning results, both in video and in stills. And if you're curious to learn how we do that, stick around and I'll explain. Hey guys, before we get to the video, go ahead and surf on over to www.darrenmiles.com and click on the Education tab. And there you will learn all about Camp Miles Real Estate Photography for the Real World. This is a course that teaches you how to break into the real estate photography business. It'll show you the ropes, it'll show you some post-processing to get you going with real estate photography. And then you can take those skills and then start or add to your offerings as far as your photography business is concerned. These days, you probably know being a portrait photographer or a wedding photographer is a very, very competitive place to be. I'm not saying real estate photography isn't a competitive place, but it's a nice offering to add to your list of offerings. And what Camp Miles does, it'll teach you those basics and help you break into the real estate photography business. What gear to buy, where to warehouse your tours, how to get clients, really the basic important stuff that you need to learn how to break into real estate photography as a career. And until May 31st of 2019, if you use the code DARREN, D-A-R-R-E-N, you can save yourself 50 bucks, meaning the course will only cost you $99. It's a really inexpensive way to break into the real estate photography business. So with that out of the way, go ahead and enjoy the real estate video. Thanks. If you're a real estate photographer or videographer, chances are pretty good that you've run into this scenario. You come into a home and the client wants nighttime photography and maybe nighttime videography as well. And you go into the backyard, and the home itself is pretty well illuminated, but the pool is lit with that old style 1990s or 1980s style of pool lighting where you have one light in the far corner of the pool, and it does a pretty decent job of illuminating the pool, but it doesn't look fantastic. It looks good and pretty and acceptable, but we don't want good, pretty, and acceptable. We want great, fantastic imagery that's going to help this real estate agent and the seller sell their home. So what do we do to illuminate a pool to make it look fantastic, both in videos and in stills? Well, recently I discovered this. This is the Lume Cube. Now, if you're not aware of a Lume Cube and what it does, well, take a listen to this. Essentially what a Lume Cube does, it's a very, very, very powerful little waterproof light that you can stick in the water in the pool. What I do is I've got two of these, and I'll stick them in both corners of the pool. Maybe I'll put them on the stairs that lead into the pool. Maybe I'll put them on the far corner, like most shallow point of the pool. And it's amazing the transformation that occurs when you stick these lights into the pool to give you pretty incredible results. So what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna set these up. I'm gonna show you before, and I'm gonna show you one after. This house right here was built in the 1990s, and this is a pretty old style pool like I described. So when I stick these Lume Cubes in there, wait till you see the before and after. The results are pretty stunning. So there you have it. That was pretty amazing, right? I mean, it's pretty incredible the transformation that a couple of these things can do to a pool to give you just amazing results both in video and in stills. Now, one thing I did neglect to mention, Lume Cube does have these attachments that go on the front of the Lume Cube that you can do a lot of things with. You can diffuse the light, you can put a gel in there. For example, maybe I wanted to put a blue gel on this to really make the pool look that sapphire blue that looks so cool in some of the newer, more modern pools. That's one option, but with just two of these lights, what I do with these things, I just throw them in my bag, I keep them charged, I throw them in my bag, and then when I run into that home that doesn't have really good pool lighting, I just drop these in, and it's amazing the transformation both in stills and in video. So let's run through some of the pros and cons really quickly. First things first, it has 8 settings. So the level of intensity of light can be adjusted 8 times. That's pretty cool. The other pro is that I can adjust the light via an app, so I don't have to reach in physically and adjust the light or each light manually. I can do it via the app. That's also really cool. Number 3 is these are submersible. They can go up to, I think, like 100 feet or something crazy. I'll check the stats on that, and it'll be posted right here what the actual number is. But they can be submerged to a reasonably pretty deep depth. So there's other uses for these things underwater. And by the way, underwater usage is just one usage for the Lume Cube. You can do lots of other things with these things too. But I've been using it for my nighttime pool photography, which has been awesome. Now, it's not all sunshine and lollipops. What are some of the cons? Well, number 1, the battery life, it's not all that great. They say it's about 90 minutes. I've been experiencing more like 45 minutes to an hour at full power. That's kind of a negative. Number 2, for whatever reason, these things, even though they're LED lights, they get extraordinarily hot. If I leave these on for an extended period of time, this is hot to the touch. I mean, it's hot to pick up. It's hot. Number 3, that's not so great, is that they're not so cheap. 2 of these things is $140, I think, plus shipping as well. And one of the downsides, unfortunately, to Lume Cube is that it doesn't come with a whole lot of accessories, and the accessories aren't really all that flexible, and they're kind of expensive. For example, I want to be able to gel this because the light that comes off here is kind of harsh and kind of strong. It's almost like a direct flash in your face, so it needs to be diffused. They have a diffuser, but you have to buy this magnetic cover first and then magnetically attach the diffuser like a mag mod. That's one negative. Number 2 is that if I wanted to buy gels, I can't just buy one gel. Like, I want to use blue gels because I'm shooting in a pool. Well, I can't just buy blue gels. I have to buy a 4-pack of blue, purple, orange, and something else. And they also have a separate pack for your CTO type gels and the different levels of CTO. But what if I just want to buy 2 blue gels for this? I can't. I gotta buy the magnetic accessory and I have to buy 4 gels. It's just not all that convenient. I wish Lume Cube would give us the option to get more than just 4 gels at a time. I recognize that may not make a whole lot of sense, but the gels aren't cheap. They're 30 bucks for 4 of them, which seems kind of high to me for gels. Just my opinion. Now, it's up to you to decide whether the benefits of this thing outweigh the cost. To me, they kind of do, because it really has transformed the way that I shoot at night in some of these older style pools, and frankly, in some newer style pools where the lights aren't working. If I stick on a blue gel here, I can almost match the color temperature of the blue LED light that's emitted by a lot of these pools that we have down here in Southwest Florida today. So anyway, there you have it. That's my 50-50 tip and trick. How to illuminate pools for those nighttime video and still shots that everybody loves to see. Lume Cube. That's the tip of the day, or the 50-50 tip for this particular video. I'm Darren Miles with Darren Miles Photography, and I'm based here in beautiful, sunny Southwest Florida. If you like videos like this, go ahead and give me a like, or better yet, subscribe. The links to purchase these things are down below in the description. And until the next time, happy filming.